because these little ones, these are 6.5s, and they sound really good. See this right here? I'm gonna have to carve a little bit of that right there, and that's how much I carved out. My braces are done. They came out looking really nice, guys, but it came out amazing. All right, guys, the box is in the truck now. Check this out. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we're gonna continue working on my 1993 GMC Sierra, my OBS here. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys don't know where we are at on this build, I suggest to go back a few videos and get caught up on where we are at on the sound system install, because I pulled everything out of this truck and I started rebuilding everything inside, and also I have plans for a new sound system, and yeah, that way you can get caught up on this build. And all of you guys who are subscribed to the channel, and if you guys are watching my build, you guys know exactly where I'm at on this one here. The last video was about the speaker mounts, the door speaker mounts, and you know, that came out really nice. Next thing in the list is gonna be getting started with the subwoofer box. That's the next thing I need to take care of. I will be putting you guys on the tripod, and I will be unboxing the subs I will be putting into my truck. After that, I need to get started on the design. I have a couple of ideas how I want to build this subwoofer box. I haven't built one like that, like the way I'm thinking about building it, and it's going to be interesting. Hopefully it comes out looking nice, and especially sounding as nice as I hope it's gonna come out. Anyway, so let's get started on that. I will put you on the tripod. I'll get the subwoofers out here, and I'll show you what I decided to go with. All right, so let's do that right now. All right, guys, and here they are. I've decided to go with the MESO 6.5-inch subwoofers. These are the 2 ohm. I decided to go with the 2 ohm speakers here because I'm gonna wire all these 4 at 1 ohm. My final impedance is gonna be 1 ohm. These are gonna be, let me get him out of the box here. Well, I'll get one out of the box so you guys can see it. Let's take a look. These are pretty beefy. And I'll give you a couple more details on these. And here they are, guys. These are some beefy little suckers here. Okay. Like I said, these are gonna be 2 ohm subs. My final impedance is gonna be 1 ohm. That's why I picked up these subs here. Now, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown on what comes in the box. The CTSOUNDS sticker, a huge sticker. You got another smaller sticker, which I'm not planning to put anywhere on the truck. And this is just the mounting parameters here, and box specifications and all that. You're gonna need all the measurements. Everything is here. Also, this manual here gives you all kinds of options on how to install the subs, different impedance, and different final impedance on how to wire these subs. Okay, like for example, mine right here, it's gonna be let's see, I have 4 2 ohm double voice coil subwoofers. Impedance, the final impedance is going to be a 1 ohm load, and it show you exactly how to wire it up. So I'm gonna be doing that. Okay. Now I'm gonna read this to you. It's gonna be the MESO 6.5 D2 400 watt RMS. This is exactly what I have on Big Red. If you guys are familiar with my other truck, I have a You guys know this. I have a 2010 Ford F-150, and that thing bumps really hard. I have 6 of these under the seat, and I am very, very impressed with how these subs performed. I was not expecting to get that much out of these type of speakers, especially for the price. These are very affordable, guys. I got these, I believe I bought these back in Black Friday, I believe. Excuse me. And I got a hell of a deal on these. It was a huge discount, so I couldn't let it go. I knew I was gonna start working on the truck, so I bought them then. I'm sorry, guys. I've been a little sick. I've been under the weather lately, so I'm finally feeling a little better. I still have a little cough. Anyway, going back to the subs, there's gonna be 4 of them. 4 of these under the seat, and my plan is to build a box, a subwoofer box, with these subs down firing like this. And the reason why I decided to do this is because I need to gain as much leg room as possible. I want to be able to just move my seat back all the way against my subwoofer box. And you guys know this. If you guys have these facing towards the seat, there has to be a little gap in between the seat and the subs. And I've had that before with the shallow mounts I removed out of the truck, and I needed that extra room. This one here, like I mentioned, I need my seat all the way back as far as possible. That's why I've decided to go with these little things here facing down firing. And the box is gonna be ported. Hopefully I can come up with a good design, and hopefully this will sound better than my last subwoofer box. Okay? I'm gonna bring this closer to you so you can see what these are all about. If you guys don't know anything about CTSOUNDS, these MESO subwoofers, I suggest to at least consider buying something like this, because these little ones, these are 6.5s, and they sound really good. I can't imagine the 8s, the 10s, the 12s. I'm sure they are monsters. I'm not being sponsored by CTSOUNDS. I wish I did, but I haven't had any problems with my 6 subs I have on my truck, on my Ford. Okay, so yeah, so these are gonna be the subs. On my Ford, on my F-150, I'm pushing 6 of these with a JP23 amp. That's gonna be wired at 1 ohm. That one is I think it's pushing all 2500 watts to all 6 of them. They might be a little bit underpowered on the truck, on the Ford, because each one of this is 400 watt RMS. They might be just right there, but it still sounds nice. Now this one here for the truck, I'm gonna be wiring this up to a 2000 watt amplifier. So this should be getting enough juice to push him to the limit. All right, so anyway, with that said, this is what we have. This is what we're gonna be installing on the truck. Now it's time to get started on designing and figuring out how I'm going to build this box. So let's go ahead and start working on that now. All right, guys, I already cut out my 2 templates for the box, and the down firing box, unfortunately, guys, it's not looking good. I really thought I was gonna have more room back here, but I don't think I have. I don't think I have the room I need to build the box I was thinking about. Let me show you what I mean by that. So take a look at this. This is my template for the down firing box. Not sure if you can see that. Let's see, let me focus on this. Okay, so that's about the smallest box I need to build in order to fit my subwoofer. This is my subwoofer here. I did a cutout of the measurements. This is exactly the size of my subwoofer. I did this that way I don't have to carry my subwoofer around. This is it right here. And as you can see, I have an outline right here. Okay, this is gonna represent my subwoofer, and this is how it's gonna go right there. Let me see, hold on, just give me 1 second. So okay, hold on, right there. So that's about the smallest box size I need to build to be able to fit my subwoofers facing down. And this is way too wide. I was hoping to be able to make this box a lot smaller than this. And this is it, guys. This, I cannot do it any smaller than this because of, see the bottom there, that's the widest. This is the widest point of the subwoofer box. This is my 5/8 MDF right here. That line right there represents my plywood, my MDF going up this way, and then I would have another 5/8 coming across this way. That would be my mounting point of the subwoofer. And look, if you can see right here, I just barely have about a 1/16 of an inch. I don't think this is gonna work, guys, because my plan was to gain more leg room, not lose leg room, right? So I don't think, unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna work. I'm not willing to give up more leg room for this box. I'm not gonna do that, unfortunately, unless I can come up with another idea to make this work. But as far as it looks, it's not working. Look at this, guys. It's too much, way too much. And if you remember, this was supposed to be, it's supposed to be for my distribution blocks, and now the box is gonna be over it. So definitely it's not gonna work. Now, going back to the box size I had here before with my shallow mounts, that works. And I think I'm gonna have to go with that forward facing towards the seat. I think that's gonna have to do. I didn't want to do that, but yeah, that's the only way I'm gonna be able to keep at least my seat as far back as I had it before. Yeah, sacrifices. I'm gonna show you. I have my other cutout here, my other template. This is gonna represent. This one here is gonna represent the other box, the one I had here before. And as you can see, not sure if you can see it here. Okay, it's a little dark, but yeah. Okay, so again, this is my subwoofer, and if you can see, guys, that's about how it's gonna look if I use the same dimensions as I had on the other box. If you can see that, that's how the subs are gonna sit in the bottom, as low as possible. Okay, and if I do this, you can see, guys, it's gonna be like tucked in like so. something like that. And that would be the same way I had it before, like this. If you can see it here, if you can picture this, look, it's gonna be something like that. And they're not gonna be on top of the distribution blocks here. At least they're gonna be somewhat away from them. That's the plan anyway. Anyway, guys, so tonight it was just a night of figuring things out, see what I want to do. This is a no-go for sure, because this is way too big. Unfortunately, downfiring subwoofer box, it's a no-go for the truck. I'm not doing this. I thought I was gonna be able to do it. I was so excited about it, but no, it's a no-go. This is looking more like what I'm gonna do, unless I can think about something else overnight. And tomorrow I wanna start thinking about it and see if I can come up with something different. And if I don't come up with anything different, any other different design, front firing is gonna have to be. It's gonna be ported though. No matter what, I'm gonna port the box so I can gain a little bit more base out of those little ones. All right, so I'll keep you posted. Don't go anywhere. I will be back tomorrow with whatever I can come up with. That way we can start cutting all the pieces out of whatever I decide to build. All right, so stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, it's the next day. I just came back from work. Last night when I went to bed, I was thinking about options, or if I had any other ideas to build that downfiring box in the truck, but unfortunately I don't. I don't have I don't have a lot of room back there. It's not that I can't, or anybody can't. It's just that if you build it, it's gonna be too thick, too deep, and that's gonna steal a lot of leg room, as I was showing you last night with those templates. So we're gonna scratch that idea. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to pull that one off. Okay, that's out of the question. Now let's move on to my next option, which is gonna be front firing. I wasn't thinking about doing that, but I think I'm gonna have to now. I have on the table here my old subwoofer box, what I was using for many years, and it worked. I'm gonna just replicate the same measurements, not as wide. I'm gonna make it a little narrower, because the way it is now, I have maybe between the wall, the cab wall and the box, maybe about an inch. But on this new box I'm gonna build, I need a lot more room between the box and the cab wall because of my port. Remember, the box is gonna be ported, so I need some room there. It's gonna be a little smaller than this one, but I'm still gonna make it work. Don't think that because it's gonna be front firing is gonna be an old boring speaker box. I know I can add my touch to it, just the same way I did with my speaker mounts and the center console. I'm gonna add my touch. I think I know what I can do to make it stand out a little more than the rest of them out there. I'm not sure. I don't have an idea exactly how I'm gonna build it, but you know me, as once I start going and start building something, ideas pop in my head and I start working on things. Anyway, I'm gonna show you what I have here, just in case if you don't remember what I had here on what I had on the OBS. I had a 212s and 210s. This is a sealed box and it's not as thick because these are shallow mounts, of course. All right, so this is gonna work. Not as long, but the same depth here. All right, I have my 5/8 MDF right here, ready to go. All I gotta do is start taking some measurements of all this, and I'm gonna start cutting all the pieces. All right, so let's go ahead and start working on the new box. Alright guys, here is a quick update. I already cut my back piece, my bottom piece, and my top piece right here. I also went ahead and cut 1, 2, 3 other pieces. This one here is going to be for one side, the middle, and then the other end over here. But it's not assembled, it's not put together, it's just laying here on the table. As you can see, I still have to nail it down and glue it and all that. But before I do that, I want to make sure I cut all the pieces, well, the pieces I need to get this going first, instead of just cutting it and then assembling it and then finding out that one of the pieces, that I didn't like one of the pieces the way they look. I'd rather cut most of them out and then look at it like this, and if I'm liking it, then I can start assembling this part over here. Okay, so from this point, seems like we are making progress. This is not going to be here, obviously. This is going to be more to the side, because all the subs are going to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, not sure if I'm gonna put a brace in the middle here between the subs. I still have to think about that. I'm not sure, but I will think about it. I might do that. I might just put a brace like in the middle of 2, just for extra support, like one here, and then the other 2 here. I'm not sure how that's gonna look from the outside, but I'll think about that. Maybe I'll put a brace on top here. I don't know. I'll see what I can come up with in a little bit. But I just wanted to give you guys a small update on what's going on here. Another thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut another piece right there. I'm not sure if you see that line. I'm gonna cut it right. I'm gonna cut another piece all the way to the top right here. Later on you're gonna see why it's gonna make sense, why I'm doing it double. Same thing on the other side. That one is not a problem. This one here, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna cut another longer piece, taller piece than this, because the top where the face of the box where the woofers are gonna be at, I want that to rest on top of this one, that one, and that one, because the one that's gonna be out here on the outside is gonna be sticking out a little further out later on, and in the process that's gonna make sense why I'm doing it this way. I think I know what I want to do and how I want to build this, and yeah, so that's how we are starting this box. All right, so I'm gonna keep on working on it. When I have another update, I will bring you guys out here so you guys can see the box, how it's coming together. All right, so I'll be right back. All right, here's another update, guys. I already cut my top part here. This is gonna be the face of the box. This is where the subwoofers are gonna go. I also went ahead and cut another brace, so I'm gonna have 2 braces here. I think I'm gonna use 1 brace in between the woofers. I'm gonna have 2 woofers and then the brace and then another 2 woofers, so I don't want that to flex too much. And this brace here is gonna be for this part of the box. But yeah, it's looking good. Nothing has been glued or nailed. It's just cut, and it's looking good. Now, this overhang here is gonna be for the beauty panel. I decided to do a beauty panel on this. This is I'm gonna have another piece of MDF on top here, and then on the sides this is gonna overhang the same way, a little higher than the beauty panel. You're gonna see that everything's gonna start taking shape, and then you're gonna see what I'm working with. All right, guys. Well, this is it for tonight. Tomorrow I'm gonna continue with this thing, and we're gonna try to get it done sooner than later. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Tomorrow we're gonna continue with this. Now it's looking more like a box, like a subwoofer box. The front piece right here is not stapled. It's not nailed together yet because I need to do all the work inside. But everything else is already stapled. Little imperfections here and there, like that little corner there. I dropped that piece right now, and it landed corner on the ground, of course. So I gotta repair that. You know, it's work in progress, guys. But overall, it's looking like something now. It's taking shape. It's a little odd the way it looks, but little by little, it's gonna start making sense, guys. Same thing here. I dropped this piece. I don't know what was happening earlier, but I was dropping all the pieces for some reason. Anyway, I gotta repair those. That's not a big deal. Okay, so that's that, guys. We're getting close. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this piece right here because it's a little too long. If you can see it, here's about maybe 2 inches, and I only need 5/8 right here. I need 5/8 right here, so I need to cut that, and then I need to cut my sides. As you can see, this overhang here, it's 5/8 thick, and this is gonna be my sides. I need to figure that out, but to do that I need to take the box to the truck and then take measurements while the box is in the truck. Okay, all right, it's looking like something now. Then I need to figure out my port. I think this is the front. I'm gonna have my subs right here, and the port I think it's gonna be right here on the top. So I still need to figure that out before I close. This piece right here is gonna be the last piece going back together, going back on for good, because there's a lot happening inside the box. My wiring, my braces, my my port, and not sure if I have to carve this section out, because let me see, where is my speaker, where is my subwoofer? Subwoofer is right here. Remember, guys, this is my subwoofer. Okay, so check this out. I made this box as shallow as possible. So this one here, I think I am. I was planning on this, but see this right here? I'm gonna have to carve a little bit of that right there, maybe that little corner there, which is not a biggie. I can do that. This is what I have to do to keep these subwoofer box as shallow as possible. After taking some measurements yesterday, it was still a little too wide for my liking, so this was the other option. I've done it before. I've built other boxes for other trucks where I have to carve out a little bit of that back panel there to clear the magnet, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to do this here, which is not a big deal. I have enough material and it's not gonna be that much. Anyway, first things first, let's cut this piece here first. Then after that, I'm gonna take the box to the truck, and I'm gonna measure out my sides. I need to know how much, because they're gonna be a little longer than what they are now, so I need to know exactly how long they need to be. So to do that, I need to take it to the truck. Let me cut that, and I'll take you guys with me when I bring this to the truck. All right, guys, this is how things are looking in the truck. This is how the box is gonna sit. As you guys can see, it's a lot narrower from the bottom and from the top, because I made a little changes because it was just way too wide. Anyway, so as you guys know, this is not gonna be a down firing box, right? So this is gonna be a problem now, because when I built this amp mounts here, the amp rack, I was hoping to have this suspended. I was hoping to have a gap underneath the box, between the box and the rack, so I can have my distribution blocks, my ground and my power. But now it's gonna be way too close from the subs here, so this is not gonna work. Same thing on the other side. Unfortunately, this is not gonna work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna modify the amp racks, and what I'm thinking is I'm gonna cut it right here, and I'm gonna turn this over. I'm gonna turn it around, so this piece is gonna be underneath this little section here, and now this other part is gonna be on this side here. And what I'm gonna do is, instead of mounting my distribution blocks here on top, now I'm gonna end up mounting them. I'm gonna mount them over here on the side like this, so they're gonna be sitting somewhere here instead of up here. Same thing on the other side. I'm gonna do the exact same thing, because I was planning on repeating the process as I did here with my distribution blocks over there. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna remove this so I can so I know exactly how much lower the box is gonna go. If you guys can see right here, this is a 1/4 of an inch. This is a 1/4 of an inch thick amp rack, but this is gonna be gone, so the box is gonna go a little lower than what it is now. That's what I'm thinking anyway, unless I can come up with something different. I don't know. I will have to think about what I want to do, but yeah, that's the plan. So I need to remove this, and then once I remove this, I know where the box is gonna sit for good. That way I can start measuring out this part over here. That's why I left this overhang up here and up here, because I'm gonna have my sides longer. See the gap underneath that right there? It's like maybe 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches maybe between the bottom of the box to the carpet. I don't like that. I don't like this gap here. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna build a longer side, a taller side from here all the way to the carpet, and then I'm gonna wrap it around the carpet here, because I'm gonna have my beauty panel in the front. And my beauty panel is gonna be right in front of this other of the face here. Keep in mind, right here, this is gonna be where the subs are gonna mount on this piece. But in front of that other piece, I'm gonna have my beauty panel. You will see once I start working on that. It's a little confusing right now, but you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it happening pretty soon. Anyway, let's get busy removing the amp racks. That way we can get I can get an accurate measurement for the sides here. All right, guys, I already cut my amp racks. Unfortunately, I had to modify those. That other one on the other side, I still have to make it work, but that's not a problem. My main focus is finishing up the box. This is gonna come later. This is another hurdle we gotta get across, and yeah, that's gonna be for later. But let me show you. I already cut my pieces here. These are gonna be the sides I was telling you guys about. If you see, it clears the seat belt here. It's perfect. Maybe a 1/4 of an inch between that. That's perfect. It's the same thing on the other side. I just have a couple pieces there testing the fitment, and it looks amazing. All right, this one here, same thing. See these guys right here? Let me take this out. This is the longer piece I was telling you guys about, and this one here goes on the outside like that, just like that. And then my subwoofer mount is gonna be here. This is the front face. Just picture that. This is gonna be the face. It's gonna go right there in the front, and I'm gonna have my holes on this other piece. And on top of these right here is gonna be my beauty panel, which is gonna be right here in the front. Let's see. Let me get another piece of MDF so you can see what I'm talking about here. So once the speakers are already installed on this one, I'm gonna have the last piece right here in the front. That's why I have this lip here all the way down, and it's gonna be something like that, guys. It's gonna be like that. Of course, this is not square, but you get the point. It's gonna be something like that all the way down. It's gonna be all the way down, and I'm gonna cut. Hopefully I can get all the way to the bottom of the carpet, and I'm gonna cut it really tight to the bottom there, so I don't want to see any of those gaps. Hopefully I can get rid of all those gaps with that beauty panel. Okay, so let's take this outside. Let's put those side pieces on for good, and then we're gonna start working on the subwoofer holes, and we're gonna start carving out those little areas where the magnets are gonna be hitting that back piece. Hopefully I don't have to carve out that much, but whatever it is, I gotta do it. All right, so let's take let's take the box outside. Alright guys, as you guys saw on the last clip on the time lapse, I already installed my sides here. Same thing on the other one, on the other side. That's installed. And I went ahead and traced out my holes for my subs. It's gonna look something like that. Just like that, guys. And I'm gonna show you what I did on this side to figure this area here. So what I did, if you look on this side here, this is the outline of my sub. Let's see, do I have it on this side? It's right here. Remember, if you guys are doing this, when you guys are building another subwoofer box, I recommend 100% tracing out the exact same size of your sub. This is a lot lighter than carrying the subwoofer around. So anyway, I put it on the side here. As you can see, it's gonna be like this, and it's gonna look something like that. You see that? Okay, So that's what I did, and as you can see, it's just a little bit what I have to carve out, not that much. That's why I decided to put it all the way down. And I took a measurement from here to here, and I traced a line all the way across the face of the subwoofer here, and that line is going to represent the edge right here. This is going to represent that. This part here is this, and it goes along with that line. That way I know exactly my holes are going to be exactly where I need them, and they should look something like this. That way I just have to take this, remove this much only. All right, so that's the plan anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting those holes out, and we'll see. As soon as I cut the first one, I will find out if my measurements are correct. So let's get you on the tripod and start cutting those holes out. All right, let's try the subwoofer in that hole. Hopefully it's gonna be the right size for this. If my measurements are correct, then we should be fine. Let's take a look. Look at that, guys. It's really, really tight. Look at this. Doesn't even move. Anyway, so that's the first one, guys, right there. Okay, good, it works. Now what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna bring my subwoofer box up here. We're gonna drop these panel on top of the box, and let's see how much we need to trim. We're gonna start with the first one, and then yeah, so I can show you what I'm gonna do with the first one. After that, I'm gonna repeat the process for the other three, but for now, let's get the box out here. All right, I put the lid back on the subwoofer box, and let's take a look. Hopefully you guys can see in there. Remember, this is gonna be the subwoofer box, I mean the subwoofer, right? So let's drop this in here and see that corner there. It's already hitting, and we have about 1/4 of an inch to go deep, I mean lower. You see that? It's about 1/4 of an inch. This is how it looks. I'm not sure if you can see it, but all right, so I'm gonna drop this in and see if that's accurate. Okay, just give me 1 second here. Let's see, right there, right there. Okay, so let's drop this one in here and see if my cutout is accurate. We were about 1/4 of an inch shy from going flush, and we are correct, guys. Look at this. Not sure if you can see it, but we are about, this is the pencil, a little bit more than a pencil. So I wanna say a little more than 1/4 of an inch, which is not bad. Cool. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna get this subwoofer out. I'm gonna get it out, and then I'm gonna use my template here, and now I can see exactly where inside of this hole I need to start carving my I'm gonna do a little square or a circle, and until my subwoofer box clears, until the magnet clears that the wood down there. That's why this is very helpful, guys, because if I didn't have this cutout here, this template, I would not know where to start carving the wood down there. But since I have this, I know exactly where to start carving my wood. All right, so let me take care of that, and I will bring you back out here when this subwoofer can sit flush on this, and I'll show you how much I took out from that panel down there. I'll be right back. Alright guys, and that's how much I carved out. A little square, maybe a 2x3, and about 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/4 of an inch deep. So hopefully that's gonna be what I need to clear the magnet, which is gonna put me about half the thickness of this wood here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the lid back on here, and then we're gonna try one sub, and hopefully we're gonna clear it. Fingers crossed. All right guys, seems like we're gonna need a little bit more trimming down there, because I'm not sure if I can get you in here so you can see it, because it's gonna be a little wider than that. So I'm gonna carve it out a little more, and we should be, I'm gonna carve it out maybe, let's see if I can get my hand in here. Maybe, okay, never mind. It's gonna be around that area right there. So let me continue with this, and when I'm done and the sub goes down all the way, I will bring you guys out here to see how much I had to remove from the bottom piece. And this one is done guys. I had to go a little deeper in there. Not sure if you can see it, but now it's sitting flush. As you can see that right there, this is sitting flush, it's sitting nice, and the magnet is about maybe 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch away from the bottom, and that's exactly what I wanted. I'm gonna remove the lid and the sub so you can see the carving there. I went a little, it's a little too much. I removed a lot of material around it. On the rest of them, I'm not gonna have to do that, because now I know exactly where I need to remove material. But if you guys are wondering how much material I removed, I removed about that much. It's about half the width of this material here, so it's like about right there. That's about how much I removed from the bottom, so it should be fine. It's okay, it's not a big deal. But yeah, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up these other three. I'm gonna do the same, and I'll bring you guys out here when I'm done with that, so I can start working on the braces and also the port. That's what we're gonna be working on either tonight or in the morning, because it's kind of late. But let's see how much I can get done today. All right, so I'll be right back. All right guys, it's the next morning, and I have my box here on the table. I went ahead and finished up carving out the rest of those what is it, pockets, or let's call them areas where the magnet was in contact with the bottom piece. So last night, as you guys saw in the previous clip, I did the first one. That was like a practice run or a test area. The rest of them, the other three, they came out better than that one. I'm gonna show you what I did. Okay, so that's the first one. It looks kind of not so nice, but it's gonna serve the purpose. And then these are the other three. These three look a lot closer to the same. And what I did, I added a coat of wood glue to the bottom of this right here, just to give it that extra strength. You know what I mean? It's not like it's gonna need it. I remember, again, this is not a crazy ass sound system. This is just something mild, nothing too crazy. So I don't think I'm gonna need to reinforce those areas, because again, these are just for 6.5 inch subs, so that should be fine. All right, so moving on, guys. Next thing, I'm gonna let that wood glue dry out. Once that dries, I'm gonna start working on my port, which is gonna be on this side here. I'm gonna work on the port. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna come up with something. And my braces, I'm gonna do I think I'm gonna do one brace in the middle of these two subs, and then the other brace is gonna be on this other side here. So something like, let's see, something like that, and right here something like that. Okay, so I'm thinking about something like that, guys. Oh, let me turn this off. All right, sorry about that, guys. All right, so as I was saying, I'm gonna work next on my braces and my port. Cool, it's coming together, guys. All right, so this was just an update. Stay tuned. I will bring you guys out here when I have done the braces and the port. All right, guys, here's another update. This is gonna be my port now. I decided to go with a round port instead of a like rectangle here, or a square port. Instead of doing it right here, I decided to use this. I already had this port for another build, but yeah, I decided to use it here. This is gonna be a 4.5 inch port, about 15 inches long, and as you can see on the other side, it's looking really, really nice, guys. I used my round over bit to finish this end here, and I made this like support here for the port, and I think that's gonna do it. Yeah, I'm liking it so far, guys. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue working on this. The next thing is I'm gonna prep up my braces. All right, so I'm gonna do all my cutouts, and then I will bring you back out here when I'm ready with the braces. All right, stay tuned. All right, guys, here's another update. My braces are done. They came out looking really, really nice, guys. Look at that. Even that little one right there. I supposed I could have used one of the longer braces, but since the box it's already kind of small, I need to keep that the air volume to the maximum. So that's the reason why I decided just to go with a little bitty piece right there instead of a full brace, because I didn't want to take up more airspace than what I need. All I need here was just a support for the face here, for the front panel, and then this one, of course, is for my port. All right, so this is just a quick update, guys, and it's coming together. It's looking nice, moving along. All right, guys, as you guys can see, I brought the box in here in the truck just to test fit the beauty panel. As you guys can see, this is not even nailed in. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of what it looks in there. So that's the inside of the box, and it's looking really nice. Now I brought the box in here to test. Hold on, give me 1 second. It's a very tight fit. mess. Okay, as I was saying, I brought the box in here so you guys can see where I'm at now in the process. And I'm gonna bring in the beauty panel. It's not done yet, but I needed to check the fitment, and I will bring it in right now so you guys can see how it's looking. So this is the piece right here, guys, and this piece is gonna go right in front of this one, like that. Actually, it goes down there first, and then there you go. So it's gonna go something like that, guys. All right. And I like the fitment so far. Let me get the camera so you guys can see the whole thing. All right, so on the bottom I decided to go all the way down and then straight all the way down to the other side and go to the bottom again. Now remember, we're gonna have the seat belt housing right here, same thing on the other side. So this is good. Now I'm ready to start cutting out my speaker hole here for all four of them. So my plan is to cut out like an oval circle here or something like that, so we can clear the subs. And then not sure about the rest of it. I think I'm gonna do some kind of lines, some kind of design with a couple of straight lines. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, this is an update. We're gonna keep on working on the box. Stay tuned. Here we go, guys, another update. I already cut out my, my oval hole, or this cutout, whatever you want to call it, and it looks amazing. I've already dropped in one of the subs, and it looks fine, like it was meant to be. Cool. So this piece is done. Now I gotta finish it. Of course, I'm gonna do my round over bit on this side, and then on the bottom I'm gonna do a little chamfer cut on the bottom for my my vinyl. Same thing all around. On the bottom I'm gonna do my chamfer bit. I'm gonna use my chamfer bit so I can have a little bit of like a step down on the other side for my vinyl. That's the next thing to do. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and start the next thing to do is, I think it's gonna be running all my wires. And I'm gonna run my wires. I'm gonna do all my caulking inside, and then finally I'm gonna get to nail down the rest of this box for good. There was a little piece I showed you yesterday, or the day before yesterday, when I dropped one of the pieces. It got damaged a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that with Bondo. So let's go ahead and start working on that. Okay guys, I am ready to start wiring this thing up. I have everything here, what I'm gonna need, and after this I'm gonna go ahead and caulk everything inside, every single crack or every single imperfection inside the box. And once I'm done with the caulking, the wiring, then I will be ready for final assembly. That piece is gonna go on top of this, and then we're gonna be ready for the vinyl and the cloth. I'm gonna be ready to wrap this, and the last thing I'm gonna do is get the speakers in, the subwoofers in. But for now, I'm gonna put you on the tripod while I wire all these up and route my wires in here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get you on the tripod. Let's get busy. Alright guys, it's the next morning. It's a little windy, so sorry if there's a lot of wind. I'm gonna try to be quick on this. Last night it was kind of late when I finished wiring the box. I'm gonna show you right now what it looks like before I close it, before I put the lid on it for good. So I'm gonna show you what I did last night. I used this distribution blocks here. This is for my negatives and this is for my positives. So these are my main leads. These are my inputs, positive and negative. The positive goes to here. This is my positive, and then the rest of them are just 1, 2, 3, 4 positives. One goes to this sub, second, third, and fourth. Same thing on this one here. This is my negative input for the to feed the block, and that negative goes all the way to here, and I already have my positive and my negatives. I'll show you down here. So that's gonna be positive and negative. I'm gonna be hooking up my amp lead to that. I'm gonna go ahead and get longer bolts, because as you can see those are a little short, so I'm gonna go get them once I'm done wrapping this whole thing. Anyway, all right, so same thing here. The negative goes into here, and then this one goes to here, that one goes to those two, these two go to those two, and then this one here goes to this one here. So these are my leads here, and that's it guys. I also cut last night, I also cut like a little line here. This is gonna be a like a divider for the vinyl and the cloth. You're gonna see it happening once I put it together, once I wrap it. You're gonna see why I did that. I repaired the damaged area here, right there, and of course that corner there. Okay, it's ready to go guys. It's getting that much closer. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill all the cracks in, all the corners and edges with caulking, and then I'm gonna throw the lid on it, seal it for good. After that we're gonna start wrapping this thing. All right, so I'll get you guys back out here when I'm ready to wrap the box. All right guys, I'm ready to start wrapping the box. Sorry again, it's a little windy, so there's gonna be some kind of wind noise. I apologize for that in advance if there's any, but here it is. I have my beauty panel here. I'm gonna start with that. I have the vinyl already cut, so we're gonna start with this one. We're gonna continue with the rest of the box. I'm just gonna put you on the tripod for this piece, then you know how it's gonna go. The rest of the box is gonna go the same way as this one here. All right, I have my tools here. I have all my tools I'm gonna need. I have my gun with my glue, with my contact cement, and yeah, so let's get wrapping, because we're gonna finish the box today, and now you guys are gonna see how amazing that box is gonna look. All right, so put you on the tripod and let's get wrapping.
All right guys, it took me a little bit of time to get these wrapped because it's a little intricate. It's got a lot of details. You're gonna see it right now, but it came out amazing. You guys are gonna see it right now, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. Take a look at that, guys. I came up with that design right there. I didn't want to just leave it blank or all sad looking, so I decided to make those lines right there. Not too bad, guys. Now back here, it looks just as nice. It's wrapped 100% to my liking. And as you can see, that design right there, I love it. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like those lines right there, but then now after wrapping it, that those lines add character to that panel. Cool. Can't wait to see the whole thing assembled, guys. All right, so it's done. We're finally done with the box. I'm gonna go ahead and install the subs. I'm gonna go ahead and install the beauty panel on it. I'm gonna put it in the truck. Well, I need to show it to you guys first. I'm gonna take it to the garage. I'm gonna put it on the table. You guys are gonna see the end result before I put it in the truck. All right, so let's take this into to the garage, put it together, and yeah, let's see what all this hard work, let's see if all this hard work paid off. All right, let's go. All right guys, I just finished putting it together. I put all the subs in and I attached the beauty panel. This is how it looks, guys. Let me tell you, it came out looking really nice. I hope you guys like it as much as I do. I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you how this masterpiece looks like. All right, here we go. Check this thing out, guys. Look at those lines right there. Look at the gaps. Look at this right here, guys. I love it. All the lines are perfect. You can see that. This is the line I was talking to you guys about the other day. I cut a line right here so I can put my cloth on one side and my vinyl on the other side. And the port looks really cool. Those lines came out looking really nice, guys. So if you guys can see, this is the cloth, this is the cloth, this is the vinyl, and then in here behind the subs, everything behind this beauty panel, it's cloth as well. So it comes down and under and behind this panel here, all the way around. I like it. It looks really nice. Now on the back side, I didn't do much, because this is gonna be facing the wall. Nobody's gonna see this ever. So that's why I just left it alone, except for my lines here. My vinyl, I tucked it in right there. Same thing here and here. All the way down. Cool. Well, there you have it, guys. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it? You guys like the way it came out? I think it looks pretty cool. All right, so next thing, I'm gonna put it in the truck, and yeah, we're gonna keep on working on it. But first, let's put it in the truck, and I wanna show you how it looks installed in the truck. All right, so let's do that now. All right, guys, the box is in the truck now. Check this out. Look at the fitment on that thing. It's perfect. Those cuts, the cuts I made for the beauty panel, they worked out pretty good. And then those lines again, that adds a little character to the box. And it looks amazing. I already ran my 8-gauge wire. All that's wired up. And again, this is gonna be wired up to 1 ohm. Okay, so this the impedance on this is gonna be 1 ohm. But yeah, guys, it came out really nice. Let me go around and show you the port on the other side. Okay, here we go. The port, it's right there. You can barely see it, but it's about 2 inches, 2.5 inches from the cab wall here, and that's exactly what I wanted. This thing looks really nice, guys. I can't believe I was able to pull it off. Even though this was not the design I was going for, because if you guys remember, I wanted to go down fire, but no, it didn't work. I made this work. And this is the thinnest box you can get in here to gain the most leg room possible. And I love the way it came out. Hopefully it sounds as good as it looks. Well, the box is done, guys. We're gonna move on to the next thing, which is the amps. First of all, I have to install the amp racks back on again because I modified them a little bit, but it's not a biggie. They're gonna go in tomorrow, and then we're gonna continue with this. I'm gonna show you guys on the next video. I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna unbox the amps I'm gonna be using. I have 3 of them. I'm gonna show you all 3 of them plus the epicenter. That's gonna be the beginning of next video. And then after I unbox the equipment, we're gonna get started. We're gonna start putting everything on and wiring the rest. So that's gonna be the next video for and I think we're done. This is gonna be the end of this video. I hope you guys liked what I did. I hope you guys liked the box. If you guys have any questions, if you guys want to know more on how I did what, or if you guys have any comments about the box, please let me know. Put it down in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And if you are already subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Until the next one, stay tuned because we're getting closer and closer from firing this thing up. All right, see you guys later. Peace.